Today we are talking all things home essentials and beautifying your space. Join us as we explore the ultimate homemaker in the industry as Namutuwa Upholstery. My name is My.na and this is your favorite show on the continent, My.na Property. Joining us right now is the founder of Namutuwa Upholstery. We are joined by Master Severin Namutuwa himself. We will be talking all things creativity, all things interior design, and the art of furniture making. How you doing?
Good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fantastic. So
Yes.
talk to us about your brand. When did you first establish Namutuwa Upholstery?
So Namutuwa is a brand named after my name, which is Severin Namutuwa. The S stands for Severin. The Namutuwa is obviously my surname. I established this business in 2023. 2023, that's when I started Namutuwa, solo, alone, until the business started growing, and then I had to add a few people on my team.
Okay. So what sort of products do you then offer?
We are basically specialized in making headboards, bases, base covers, cabinet making, side tables, storage boxes, anything interior that a client wants from us.
Okay, so you said that you do all these type of things. You do headboards and so forth and so on. Where do you draw your inspiration from? Does a client come, to you with a picture and then they say to you, "Hey, do something like this for me," or do you then just use your own creativity to come up with whatever the client wants you to come up with?
Usually we work with what the client gives us. So what the client gives us is what we take in, and most of my inspiration comes from Pinterest, some South African interior designers. I'm not sure about their handle, but that's where my inspiration comes from. Locally, I wouldn't say there's anyone, but there are a few people doing very well in the same industry that we are in. So, yeah.
Awesome stuff. So what's then the turnaround time if I'm your client and I order something? How long does it take me to get the product? And also, what are some of the things, what are some of the furnitures that most of your clients are ordering from you?
Usually, depending on our workload, when it comes to an headboard, it takes around about 7 working days or less, depending on our workload. And if it's a bigger project and something challenging, we usually give them a turnaround of 14 working days or less. Meaning, if we don't have a lot of workload, you can get your headboard within 2 working days.
Nice.
That's how fast we are.
Nice. What are some of the trending furniture or products in upholstery that you are drawing your inspiration from?
Usually, I work with Pinterest. Pinterest gives me a lot of modern stuff.
Yeah.
So we really dive deep into stuff that are very modern, very simple. Our brand is very elegant, to say.
Nice.
We don't really do too much when we come to stuff. So we work with what we can do. We take in work that we can do. And as much as we take in work we can do, we also take in some challenges just to see if the team can pull it off. Yeah.
So what are some of the designs that most of your clients are interested in, maybe in terms of texture, in terms of color? What is that one design that a lot of your clients are asking for?
Most of my clients go for the linen. Linen is it's a clothy material. Most of them go for the cream light colors, very earthly colors. 90% of my clients go for the linen fabric. Most of them, like now we have a plain, where it's just plain, or the panels which you see here behind, it's a panel design with lines, or horizontal or vertical. Usually those are the designs that are really in demand right now, to say.
Okay, if I'm your client, right, what would you advise me in terms of headboard selection? What would you say I should go for?
First thing that I always tell my clients is to, when they send me inspo from where they got their stuff from, I always advise that I meet up with them at their space to understand the aesthetics that they are going for.
Yeah.
You understand? So if I need to understand which colors they want, but usually I always recommend that they go for lighter colors, so it doesn't do too much to the room.
Yeah.
Something light really is outstanding as much as it's very light. Yeah.
Okay, awesome stuff. Let's change our conversation to something more lighter. What has been some of the most outrageous order you've ever gotten?
I don't want to talk about this one right now. It's very, very challenging, but let me say things that are very round or things with gold strips or steel. It's very challenging because then I'll have to bring in different people that are experts in those fields when it comes to steel work, and then sometimes they do not pull it off as the way I want it, and then
And
at the
then
end
the
of the day,
client blames you.
at the end of the day, it's the Namutuwa brand that really takes the blame for it. So
Yeah.
I would say things that are not usually in our line of field when clients want us to do that for them. So it's a bit challenging, but we're getting there.
You are definitely
Yeah.
getting there. Do not move because we will be right back with more on this conversation. Well, before we went for a commercial break, I asked you about the most outrageous project you've ever worked on. But now I want to ask you, I guess, something that you know would lighten you up and would put you in a great mood. Talk to me about, the kinds of project that brings joy to your heart, the ones that you enjoy the most. Maybe you can go down memory lane and just, recollect that montage of memory and tell it to us.
Okay, usually most projects that bring me joy is like when I'm working with the whole team and we have an outside project which is outside of Ventu. Usually TV stands where we have to go install a TV stand, like that is very something that really gives us drive when we come back, that we go out of town and really make people happy with what we do.
Yeah.
And usually if a client wants us to do a whole interior of their place like from scratch and then we bring
Nice.
it to life, that is really something that keeps us going also.
Okay, so you mentioned outside of Bentuk. So I'm curious to find out from you, do you then also courier some of your furniture outside of Bentuk? And if you do, what is the process?
Okay, the process works like this. Most of my clients are actually outside of Ventuk, by the way.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of clients that are outside of Ventuk, so I always give them two options, which is if they have their own transport and then they can come pick up the stuff, or the second option is I take their stuff to the courier, which is I usually use Southwestern Express Courier. The reason why I use courier, it's safe and they take care of your stuff instead of using other forms of transport. So I take it to the courier, I send them the details and the pictures, and then they pay upon delivery.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I understand that you are working on a workshop. What can we expect from this revamped workshop?
Okay, so this one of our biggest goals and dreams is to have a workshop that can accommodate everything that we aspire to do, and also have a showroom with it. Something that can allow us to have a walk-in for all our clients.
Yeah.
So it's something that's gonna take time, but eventually we're getting there. It's a slow process, but we are getting there.
How do you think Namibians can support your kind of business?
I think firstly it's believing. You understand? I think the most important thing is believing. Reason why I'm saying is believing because most of our clients, when we deliver stuff for them, they are very shocked.
Yeah.
Understand? Because it's a local business, and when they see the products, that's where they are surprised, and that's where we get a lot of referrals, because clients do get surprised when they see our stuff. So I'm just saying they need to believe in us and need to give us a chance to show them what we really are capable of doing. That's the only way we can really go forward with this thing.
Okay. Talk to us about some of your goals. Let's say long-term goals and short-term goals. You decide which ones you want to share.
Okay, firstly, I'll share the short-term goals, which is, we spoke about it earlier, getting a workshop and a showroom. A showroom where we can showcase some of the products that we haven't produced yet, which we want to try it ourselves before selling it to a client. Just new ideas and designs that we have in our heads. Having a showroom and a workshop would really be let me say, it will open up a few stuff as we have a lot of plans with the team on where we want to take this business.
Okay.
Yes.
Why would you say interior designing is so important to bringing or to beautifying a home or space?
I'll give an example of my own space. Do you understand? It just it makes you realize the purpose of what you're doing when you're outside and you're really pushing what you're doing, or like really working out, and just coming to a space that is very comfortable, very cozy, very soft, just everything that you have imagined, the colors that speak to you, just, and that's what we are there for, as we let clients choose the colors that they want. It's optional, they understand, it's not a fixed color. So I'm just saying that is the only reason I would say interior design is very, very important to have. Understand, to have products from interior designers, to say.
Awesome stuff. So where can we find you? Where can potential clients reach out to you? Is there a WhatsApp group that we can all join and order stuff? Can we get you on Instagram? What are the communication modalities that you have in place?
Okay, so we have an Instagram page. That's the only platform that we have. If you guys see any other platform that's not ours, we only have an Instagram page, which is @Namutuwa_interior. And we have a backup page, which is @Namutuwa upholstery. So we only have those two pages on Instagram, and the cell phone number, our email number, everything is on there. That's where you can reach us. And yeah.
Do you mind sharing your contact details?
081-8475-275. 081-8475-275.
And the email address?
severinnamtua.k@gmail.com.
Awesome stuff, Severin. We wish you all the best with your business and many, many clients your way. And yeah, a joyful season ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for you guys coming over to see our stuff. I hope to see you guys very soon again.
Awesome stuff. We will be right back. Stick around. We are now standing next to the kitchen sinks because that is what we are about to choose. Esther, what would you tell a client before they decide what specific kitchen sink they should have in their kitchen?
Okay, so basically the client will have to have their measurements and the size, the depth of the zinc that they want. So depending on what they choose or what the size they have already at their house, that's what will determine what type of zinc we have to sell to them. So all sizes come in different sizes. You have the double zincs, you have the triple zincs, and the single zincs, and the prep bowls. Yes.
Once I've done my kitchen zinc options, does CTM offer kitchen renovations?
Unfortunately not, we don't, but we do cater for our clients. For example, if there is a problem with kitchen zinc and we are able to get them a part of the kitchen zinc or so, we can help them with that, but we don't do renovations.
I would still want my kitchen to look very nice and colorful. Does CTM offer kitchen zinc accessories?
Yes, we do have kitchen zinc accessories. So if you are buying your zincs, you can buy a drying strainer whereby you can put your dishes when you are done washing them. Or we have the chopping boards that you can also use when you are chopping your onions and tomatoes, so that you can add to your kitchen as an accessory.
There is a famous saying that the kitchen makes the home, or women love their kitchen and they don't see home complete without a perfect kitchen.
Yes.
What would you recommend to a client to make their kitchen very homely and warm for themselves and their visitors as well?
Okay, so what I can offer my clients here at CTM is the kitchen mixers. So we have a variety of kitchen mixes that they can use with their beautiful zinc that they buy from CTM. So I believe that if you have this beautiful tap that you are able to rotate around and just wash your dishes beautifully, that will make your kitchen hit.
There you have it. Esther told you what it is that you need to do to make your kitchen a home. Esther, what else would you say is something that a kitchen cannot do without?
A kitchen cannot do without. My goodness, there's so many things, but if I have to mention in terms of what I'm selling here at CTM, Obviously, your kitchen needs a zinc, you need to buy the mixer, you need to buy the accessories, and we have it all available here at CTM.
You've heard it from the horse's mouth herself. You deserve a beautiful home. So please do come through to CTM Ongwediva, and Esther will be delighted to help you create your house into a beautiful home.
Our most regular guests that come and visit us here directly out of the local crowd in Ludwitz. And we are going to have a small get-together, have a little bit of snacks and a drink or two, and enjoy the evening and the occasion together. Well, many years ago, my partner, Tom Mutavchek, had the idea of really wanting to put a hotel right here at the bottom of the Diamond Mountain on the old Badestrand. And that's where it developed from, and it became this 4-star, 73-bedroom hotel, which is turning 27 today. 27 years ago today, we opened, we had a soft opening, and it has grown tremendously since then. It was the first biggest project undertaken in Ludwitz in a long, long time, and it doubled the room availability in Ludwitz in one go. So that was quite a big achievement.
How much capital was invested?
It was a massive, big sum of just below 40 million. And the value today has obviously climbed massively. We've got many specialities, and I think our unique selling point is that we have got 73 bedrooms, of which all of them are sea-facing. Directly on the sea, close to the water, you can hear the sea, you hear the ocean, you hear the waves hitting against the rocks. And it really feels as if you are on a little island right next to the water. Then, of course, our other specialities are our restaurant. We are known for our food. We've got a very good restaurant called the Penguin Restaurant. And our Chef Penda Nangolo, our executive chef, and his team, they prepare really good stuff. And especially bearing in mind that the Crayfish Festival is coming up, it needs to be mentioned that crayfish is one of those specialities that we serve, as well as abalone, and of course a good old rump steak, whether you like it in 300 gram or 600 gram, it's available here. Other facilities that we have is obviously the Crayfish Bar with the Crayfish Bar Lounge, where we serve lighter meals in a more casual style, not as formal and as fancy as downstairs in the Penguin Restaurant. We have a total staff complement of 50 people. My message would be, we've proven over the years that we are what we say we are, and we invite each one at all times to make use of our hotel, of our rooms, our facilities, and to stay over at the Nest Hotel.
Our property news this week comes from Ludwitz, where a severe shortage of rental flats has sparked growing frustration among residents as the town grapples with a rapid influx of people drawn by economic opportunities. The boom, while promising, has drastically increased housing demand, leaving both newcomers and long-time residents scrambling for accommodation. In a recent Facebook post directed at the Ludwitz Town Council, concerned resident Damau Ndimwenda sounded the alarm, arguing that the supply of rental properties has failed to keep pace with the town's sudden growth. Ndimwenda called on the Town Council to take decisive action suggesting interventions such as partnering with developers and investors to construct new rental units, fast-tracking the servicing of residential plots to unlock more land for housing, implementing rent control to curb exploitative price hikes, and supporting affordable housing initiatives for low and middle income earners. In other news, the iconic Luderitz Nest Hotel, established in 1998, last week celebrated 27 years of being in existence. Ulf Grunewald, the general manager of the hotel, shares more about the highly reputable four-star establishment, which was officially opened by former President Sam Nujoma on this day 27 years ago.
Thank you so much for choosing to spend your evening with us. It's a wrap from all of us here on My.na Property. We will see you again next week, same time, at a different location with the same energy for property.